Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about my top 5 easy to maintain indoor houseplants for beginners. Let's start off with these Peperomia. I really like Peperomia because they're pretty easy to maintain. They don't require too much watering, or very intense sunlight. Here is the Peperomia Obtusifolia Variegata. I bought this maybe about 6 weeks ago for a cost of just $12 or $13, and I water this about every 10 to 14 days. I think I might have watered it 2 or 3 times as of now, and you know it's time to water it when the leaves get a little wilty, but it does take a little while for that to happen, so I'd say they're very easy to maintain. Here is a Peperomia Obtusifolia, also known as the baby rubber plant. So I got this about 4 weeks ago. I paid $15 for it, and I've only watered it 1 time. It keeps its water pretty well. It's a beautiful plant. It doesn't require too much sunlight. It's mostly in indirect light or kind of low light conditions. And look at those pretty veins and the cute red edges on the side. It's a really beautiful plant. Now we're on to the Pothos family, and what's great about them is they're easy to maintain, of course, because they don't require too much light or too frequent of watering. So you know it's time to water your Pothos when you see it get wrinkly like this, when it starts to get wilty. So let's start off with the golden Pothos. I've had this one for about 5 months. I paid $6 for it, and it's a trailing golden Pothos. And so I like the different colors of different shades of white green that's interspersed throughout it, and I hope that it trails really, really long. The next one is the Marble Queen. So as we can see, this is white, green, white, and green, and it's marbly throughout the colors. So the cool variation that you see in the different leaves, I think it looks so pretty. Up next, we have the Neon Pothos, and I just love this color. It's just so bright and cheery. And this one too is easy to maintain. It's very infrequently watered. I've had this for about 3 weeks and I've watered it only once. Up next is the Jade Plant. So this one doesn't require much watering, but it does require the most amount of sunlight. So I put it in the brightest place in my condo as I can. I've had this for about 6 weeks and I've only watered it once. It only really needed a bit of watering after about the 4-week mark. And it's cool to touch. It's kind of rubbery, and you'll know it's time to water when the leaves get a little kind of leathery looking. Otherwise, it's just really simple. And here we're on to the famous ZZ plant, also known as a Zamioculcas zamifolia. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So this plant is known for being very easy maintenance. It requires from no light or very low light, and it can tolerate bright light as well. So you can really put this in any room in your house, and also it only requires watering every month or so. So I've had this for about 6 weeks, maybe 6.5 weeks, and I've watered it once, and I love that. So it's a very beautiful plant. I love how shiny the leaves are, and it's actually a succulent. So this is a favorite amongst many people, and it would be your favorite as well. And so I saved the very easiest plant to take care of for the very last, and it's the snake plant, also known as technically the Sanseveria plant, mother-in-law plant, whatever you want to call it. So I'll start off with this one here. I've had this plant for the longest of every single one of my plants. I've had it for about 2.5 years, and this is a Sanseveria Laurenti. This is a plant that I water every 4 weeks, sometimes 6, sometimes 7, sometimes 8 weeks. I kind of very easily neglect this plant, but it thrives. It's done really well over the last 2 years. The next one I have is a Sanseveria Fernwood. So I got this at the beginning of the year, I think January 13th to be exact. So I've had it for about 4 months now. And this is also very easy to maintain. I water it every 4 to 5, sometimes 6 weeks again. It all depends on when I remember to do it, because I know it can withstand, quote unquote neglect. It's very easy to maintain. And I really like the skinny the skinny leaves, if you want to call it that, the skinny stems and the color variation in it. And last here I have the Sansevieria Robusta. This was gifted to me by my sister. She had a pretty big plant of this and she just kind of broke it up and she gave me these. So I've only had this for actually less than 2 weeks, so I haven't had it for too long at all. But again, Sanseveirias are very easy to maintain. I haven't watered it yet. I'll probably water it in 2 to 3 weeks. And yeah, again, Sansevieria, very easy to just set it and forget it. Beautiful, you can put it in basically any room in your house. And that is all for my little plant tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll probably have some more plant videos in the future because I have bought a lot lately. So make sure you subscribe to Yay Fun Times. Push the notification button so you don't miss whatever new video I come out with. Thanks again. Take care. Bye.